Trump finally reveals endorsement to replace Senator Mitt Romney in the state of Utah. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video. Today, it is time to talk about the 2024 U.S. Senate election in the state of Utah, because Donald Trump finally got involved in the Senate race and made a very good endorsement of Mayor Trent Staggs, who, in my opinion, is the best option to replace Mitt Romney. Now, I'm not saying that he's a S-tier candidate, he's going to be, a J.D. Vance type, but Trent Staggs is still a very solid option, especially for Utah standards. I mean, you go from Mitt Romney to Trent Staggs, that's a significant upgrade. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, let us get into it. Former President Donald Trump on Saturday endorsed Riverton Mayor Trent Staggs for the Republican nomination to replace outgoing Senator Mitt Romney. Romney announced in September that he is not seeking re-election in 2024 after roughly 5 years in office. Trump threw his complete and total support behind Staggs on Saturday over the mayor's top Republican political opponent in the election, Utah Representative John Curtis. And John Curtis, you think Mitt Romney is bad? You can argue that John Curtis might be worse than Mitt Romney. Yeah, I said that. This is Utah for you. You think Mitt Romney's bad enough? Oh, you could get some pretty bad Republicans. Wait, they make Mitt Romney look like a America First conservative. John Curtis is that bad. And for many people, he is seen as the frontrunner in the primary. But Trump endorsing Staggs is a pretty significant development, and I think it gives Staggs a fighting chance, because John Curtis, he has a lot of political capital in Utah. Just for the simple fact that the state is arguably the most establishmentarian state in the country. For whatever reason, the Mormon vote is just so establishment. I just think about that. They are seen as the quote-unquote most conservative voting bloc. Yet they support people like John Curtis? It's like, really? Who John Curtis is arguably one of the most liberal people in Congress, at least on the Republican side? That's who the Mormons support, the true conservatives? It's just baffling. Trent Staggs is 100% MAGA and is running to fill the Mitt Romney, a total loser, seat as the next senator from the great state of Utah. Trump sent a post on Truth Social on Saturday. Yeah, that's Trump for you. He calls him a total loser. I mean, he's not wrong. What has Mitt Romney done in the Senate that was good? I mean, this clown has lived in, 3 states now? First, he's from Michigan. Then he became the governor of Massachusetts. Then suddenly, he realized, wait, Utah is Mormon land, and I'm a Mormon, so I have to move there and become a senator. I mean, this guy is one of the biggest scumbags in politics, and really, the only reason he hates Trump is because he's jealous. Because think about this for a minute. Mitt Romney wanted to be the next Ronald Reagan. That's a fact. He wanted to be the Reagan of the modern era. And he got embarrassed in 2012, and therefore he never became Reagan. But Trump came along, and he beat Clinton. He's jealous that he became president, while himself, no, he didn't. He lost. He got embarrassed by Obama. That's what this comes down to. That's Mitt Romney for you. He's so jealous that he changes his entire worldview just to spite Trump. A highly successful entrepreneur who has served brilliantly as mayor of Riverton for the past 6 years, Trent knows how to create jobs, stop inflation, grow the economy, and secure the border. As your next senator, Trent will help unleash American energy, support our military/vets, and protect our always under siege Second Amendment, Trump said. Trent Staggs is my complete and total endorsement. He will be a great senator and never let you down. And for Utah standards, yeah, he's gonna be good. Now, Is he going to be a J.D. Vance type, like I said? Probably not. But he's going to be something like Mike Lee, who is, I would consider, a very underrated senator. He's not, S tier, but he's high B tier, maybe low A tier. Which, for Utah, that's better because the average Utah Republican's like an F tier. And that's best case scenario. John Curtis is like below F, like Z, like below Z. We're reaching numbers. That's how bad of a Republican, in quotation, someone like Curtis is. Unlike Curtis, Stakes has endorsed Trump publicly for the 2024 presidential race, calling him the one candidate who can amend the crippling domestic and international policies of President Biden. Yeah, that's right. It appears that John Curtis, despite representing, a Trump plus 30 seat, has refused to endorse Trump. Again, this could be wrong, but I haven't seen anything about it. I don't think anyone has. He might have said one statement like 2 months ago saying, yeah, I'll support Trump maybe, but I haven't seen it. Stakes also boasts support not only from Trump, but also from high-profile Republicans, including former presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, Florida Representative Matt Gaetz, and dozens of other current and former elected officials. So yeah, this isn't just, a random endorsement by Trump that no one knows about. Trent Stakes has been getting support for months, especially from, the more MAGA wing of the party. Because sadly enough, he is probably the most MAGA candidate in this race. That's Utah for you. And you're getting best case scenario, a B plus Republican. In a Trump plus 20 state? You should be expecting an S tier Republican. But I'll still take it. Because it's either Trent Stakes, a B to maybe A tier senator, or John Curtis, who's just going to be Lisa Murkowski, but for Utah. Stakes previously told the Daily Caller News Foundation that he seeks to address issues affecting the American homeland, such as the southern border crisis, before venturing to solve international problems, such as funding Ukraine in its war against Russia. And that's good messaging. You don't have to answer the war in Ukraine. You don't have to answer any question about it. Because all you should say is, until we fix what's happening here, we shouldn't pay attention to what's happening in Ukraine. We should not finance them. We should be funding America to fix the problems that we're currently dealing with. I think it's time we prioritize our own border over Ukraine's. Stakes previously told the DCNF, at $34 trillion in debt, we cannot continue being the world's piggy bank. Once again, he's right. I mean, why should we spend hundreds of billions of dollars on Ukraine? Listen, if we didn't have a budget problem, if we didn't have all the problems in the world, I would still be against it. But you can at least make an argument that, well, we're so well off that we don't have any problems here. Maybe we could help the people of Ukraine. Maybe help the people of Israel or Palestine, whatever. You can at least argue that, and it would make, I guess, some kind of sense. I would still be against it, but at least you could argue maybe we can send humanitarian aid to these countries. Though current polling is scarce, Curtis was leading Stakes 27% to 5% in a poll conducted by Noble Predictive Insights from April 8th to April 16th. Other Republican candidates running to replace Romney's seat includes Brent Hatch at 11%, Brad Wilson at 10%, and Jason Walton at 2%, with roughly 40% unsure. So in other words, this race is up for grabs. Now, John Curtis being in first place before Trump's endorsement made sense, and I think Trent Stakes was falling behind a little bit, especially with someone like Brent Hatch running, who has the name recognition because of his father. He was a former senator. I think he was well liked. Back in 2012, he won by, 36 points. His father did. So he has name recognition. I guess his family's well liked there. And Brad Wilson is the Speaker of the State House. So him being at 10%, that also makes sense. But now with Trump endorsing Stakes, this does change everything. At least for the primary. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't technically the only part of the election. This is Utah politics. This isn't just the primary and you're done. There is a separate system involved with the primary process. the convention system. Now, for those that don't know, Utah is a very bizarre system where you can get on the ballot one of two ways. One, you get like 28,000 signatures for like a statewide office, and you're on the ballot no matter what. Or, and this is the tricky path, you can get on the ballot through the convention. You have to get like 40% of the vote at the convention, and the convention for Utah standards tends to lean more conservative. I mean, back in 2018, when Mitt Romney won the primary by what? 50 points? Yeah, about 40 points, I should say. He actually lost the convention. So, the Republican convention in Utah, they're actual conservatives. At least they're more conservative than the average Utah voter. And this system essentially entails, if you get 40% in the convention, you're on the ballot no matter what. And Trent Stakes, from everything I can tell about this race, he hasn't gotten a single signature. If that's true, he has to get 40% of the vote at the convention. If he doesn't, he's kicked off the ballot. Again, I could be wrong, but I believe Trent Stakes doesn't have a single signature. He is banking on the support of the convention to get on the ballot. He needs 40% of the vote. I think he can get it, especially with Trump's endorsement. I mean, it's today. There's a reason why Trump waited until today to endorse Stakes. Because today is the convention, and this is Stakes' only chance of getting on the ballot. Again, I could be wrong that he's actually, collected like, 20,000 signatures. I don't know for certain, though. From everything I could tell, he's banked on the convention to get on the ballot. So this is big. If he doesn't get 40%, we are screwed. We're going to get stuck with, like, John Curtis. And at that point in time, of the people running, you might want to support someone like Brad Wilson or hell, even Brent Hatch. It's like, if you have to support one of those two, they're better than John Curtis, but they're still not, S-tier senators. They would be like C-tier at best. And that's a problem for Stakes if he has to get that 40%. But that's Utah for you. They have a very bizarre system. Sometimes you crack 60%, you actually win the nomination, but that's only in some races. But I know for 100% certainty, he needs 40% of the convention vote. So let's hope he gets it, because if we don't get Trent Stakes on the ballot, we're getting stuck more than likely with John Curtis, because he's already gotten like 30,000 signatures. I don't know why you would just bank your entire campaign on the convention. I don't think that's a good idea, but that's what Stakes' campaign did. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.